Hey guys, this is Noxalence, and is it just me or is anyone else excited for the second season of... Sorry, just wanted to try that at least once. After watching the first season of Invincible, I went out and bought the first and second comic compendium, and after reading them, I couldn't wait for the future seasons of the show to come out. With the second season coming out in November, I thought it'd be fun to talk about some stuff from the comics that you can expect to see in the show's newest season. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what to expect from season 2 of... Just a heads up, I will be spoiling some of what happens in season 2 of Invincible. I'll try my best not to be explicit with the spoilers, but there will be spoilers nonetheless, so continue at your own risk. So what I'll be doing is taking important parts from the trailer and breaking them down by talking about their significance. So with everything out of the way, let's begin.
For some of you, it probably seemed like this day would never come. Maybe you're even wondering if you're ready for this. For what comes next.
So this is kind of a weird part to start off with, but since this is the first thing that pops up in the trailer, and since it's the most inconsequential thing to go over, I thought I'd bring it up. Mark, William, Eve, and Amber will be graduating from high school.
I am shocked! Shocked! Well, not that shocked.
Anyways, moving on from that, let's talk about this part of the trailer. Now this is the start of the real meat and potatoes of the video. Now when you first look at this clip, you might think it's pretty inconsequential, but that couldn't be further from the truth. The Invincible that you saw on that big screen wasn't our Invincible. It's actually an Invincible from an alternate dimension.
What did he say?
I know, shocking isn't it? Now the fact that he's from another dimension isn't what's important. The person who's standing in front of the screen, however, is. I'm not going to say their name or what they do, but consider that person important to Mark's development. Another surprise I bet no one was expecting, Doc Seismic returns.
I was not expecting that.
Now admittedly, his return isn't really important in the grand scheme of things, but if I'm right about this, which I'm pretty sure I am, the showrunners are gonna pull some content from the second compendium. If this turns out to be true, then things are definitely gonna be interesting in regards to Invincible and his partnership with Cecil and the Guardians of the Globe. So yeah, look forward to that. Honestly, I finished up to the second compendium and I haven't seen this fight, so this could mean either one of two things. One, it could mean that this fight takes place in the third compendium, which I highly doubt, or two, this could be original content, which is why I think this is. The reason why I believe it's original content for the show is because let's say that Invincible and Immortal did have a fight in the third compendium. The fight would probably lean towards Mark's favor since Mark has developed a lot in compendium 2. Adapting a fight like that would make no sense, hence why I believe this is original content. This begs the question, why are they fighting in the first place? Maybe it's that since the Immortal doesn't trust Mark at first in the comics, they're really trying to ramp that up in the show, since that distrust in the comics was hardly ever shown, and from what I remember, didn't lead to anything. Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Very short leash.
So that city that Mark just entered is called Midnight City, and from what I remember off the top of my head about it is that it was cursed to always be nighttime there. This is a city the hero Darkwing protected before that happened to him. Mark's visit to Midnight City isn't important in the grand scheme of things. It's more so what happens later in the story due to his visit there that you should try to keep in mind. So if you really pay attention, you can see Mark trapped in a dark space with someone's eyes watching him. Those eyes belong to a villain that Mark has to apprehend, who again isn't important in the grand scheme of things, but is important for the story later down the line.
Alright, I get it!
Sorry, I promise this is the last time I'm gonna repeat myself. Especially since there's only 2 more scenes that I want to analyze.
Viltrumite against Viltrumite. That has not happened since the Great Purge.
So I'm not going to reveal too much about this guy, but you should know that he's a member of the coalition of planets that Alan mentioned last season. Actually, that's all I can really reveal about him without ruining anything for you guys, so let's move on to the final scene I want to analyze.
You should have died at birth.
Hits too close to home every time. Ah crap, the mic's still on. So I'm kind of unsure about this scene. On one hand, it could be an alternate dimension version of Omni-Man, but on the other hand, it could be the actual Omni-Man. If this is an alternate dimension version of Omni-Man, then just like alternate dimension Mark, he doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. However, if this is the actual Omni-Man and they're adapting his and Mark's reunion from the comics, then brace yourselves, because things are about to get really crazy. That about wraps up my breakdown of the trailer, so I just want to say one thing before I go. I may not be 100% sure how much of the story this season plans to adapt, but from what the trailer has shown, this new season of Invincible is something that I'll definitely be looking forward to. And I'm confident that if you liked the first season of Invincible, season 2 will exceed any expectations you might have. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video and you want to show support, like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Odyssey. Have a good night, guys, and until next time, lights out.